a win, turned into a little bit of a battle at the end, but you got over the line.
Yeah, pleasing thing for me was that I asked the players to win back-to-back games. It was 32 weeks since we'd done that back in March. So it was important that we put that right, which they did tonight. But I've got to be honest with you, I didn't enjoy the game one bit. I enjoyed a bit of character. I think we showed that, but I didn't enjoy the game. I don't think we played particularly well. I don't think that we controlled the game. I thought they made it difficult for us, fair play to them. And it became a bit of a scrap and a bit of a mess, really, but we bumbled over the line, so it is what it is.
Yeah, at 2-0, I suppose the hope is you then settle, because you've talked about, I think you mentioned it every week, but the anxiety, that little bit of nervousness, but at 2-0, that maybe still didn't quite happen, did it?
No, it did, but it only happened for 9 minutes. So we was only 2-0 up for 9 minutes. When if we'd have continued being 2-0 up until the end of the game, we'd have completely dominated the end of that game. But we get done down our left side too easy, and a cross in the box, and he's free. We're not man for man. We're not marking in the box, so we have to do that better. And we've got to focus. It's important that we keep focusing all the way to the end of the game, because when you go 2-0 up, you just need to rest with the ball and control and dominate, which we was, but then we've got to be able to defend moments, and we didn't defend that moment well enough. Then you find yourself, 2-1, and then for the last 20 minutes, it's kind of out of control game. It's like not enjoyable to watch. It's not enjoyable to play in. I've just asked the players, and I didn't enjoy the last 20 minutes. And we're just hanging in there to get over the line, and we're out of control. So yeah, we didn't enjoy the game at all, really, if I'm honest with you.
A fast start again, though.
Yeah, no, pleased with the way we started the game. But we didn't play any football in their half of the pitch, especially in the first half. We tried to build our play with possession from the keeper deep, and then when we got into their half of the pitch, we were a little bit anxious and tried to rush the action. I think that we could have controlled more in their half of the pitch than we did. Spoke about that at half time, and I thought we were more controlled in the second half. Up until them scoring, and then again out of control.
Are you finding it's the players are taking on board what you're saying? It's just putting it into practice sometimes.
No, the players have been class. The players have been brilliant. I think that it's clear to see that we're asking different things of them now. We're asking them to press. We're asking them to kind of run really hard and thicken up and defend and press high up the pitch and be really controlled with the ball. And we're kind of probably not at the levels we need to be at yet, but the more they play and the more kind of games we play in terms of what I'm asking them to do, the better they'll get at it, and the quicker it will become apparent that they can do it. And, I think that the players are putting all the efforts in. Of course, we had a long journey on Saturday, took a lot out of their legs on Saturday, and then they come into this game tonight, which is a tough game. But I've got to give the players real credit. I thought they showed a gritty determination about themselves tonight, albeit we didn't play that well.
I mean, Accrington have come off the back of 3 good wins, morale-boosting wins, and you if you're not entirely happy with how you're playing, you're winning football matches now.
Well, like I say, the biggest task tonight was to win back-to-back wins. To have back-to-back wins, that was the biggest task. Like I say, it was 32 weeks ago since that happened. That can't happen at a club this size. So, however we did it, it was important we did it, and we didn't do it that great. So now I'm going to be picking the bones out of a performance which I wasn't over pleased with, but we've got the win. So, it became a bit of a scrap at the end. I don't think particularly the referee helped. I think that it became a little bit out of control, in my opinion.
So, first win, first away win, first home win.
Yep, first home win. Pleased to get that out of the way. Obviously, we wanted that before now. Felt we could have done that in the Tranmere game, and probably felt that we'd done maybe enough without kind of hurting the opposition in the Port Vale game, but controlled the game. But pleased to get it out of the way tonight. But like I say, we need to improve our performances, definitely.
That's it, isn't it? There appears to be a few monkeys off your back now, like you say, of finally ending the away drought, finally ending the back-to-back wins.
I'll never be happy. There's always something that I'll be... I want to win playing well. But listen, we'll take it, wipe our mouth, move on. Players put a lot of effort in. Did we play well? No. Did we control and dominate the ball? in periods. We did, but not enough for me. You know, we didn't really ask a lot of questions of them in the final third either. XG would be quite low in that game, I would think. I'm not seeing it. But like I say, we was only 2-0 for 9 minutes. If we were 2-0 for longer, we'd probably end up creating more. But we become nervy in the end because they score, and then we think, oh, we've got to try and win this game. So we then kind of play out of control football, and then we don't dominate, we don't control, but also then we don't create anything. Do you know what I mean? So it became kind of an anxious end to the game, really.
You mentioned not really creating an awful lot in that first half. It was a tough night, wasn't it, really, for Scott Hogan and Joe White?
Yeah, it was, but I think that we tried to play our football. They come quite aggressive against us, but then there's times when we should play off the front a bit more and mix our game up. But then if we do that, then we've got to run hard and drop around the second balls. And I don't think we smoothed the action out well enough tonight. There's a lot of balls kind of dropping and bouncing in the middle of the pitch. And I don't think we coped with that very well tonight. I don't think we smoothed out the action as well as I would have liked. I think, you know, had we have landed on second balls and smoothed it out, we would have potentially had more possession in their half of the pitch, but we didn't do that well enough.
With Tom Carroll coming off at the end, having come on at half-time, was that just a precaution? Because obviously he took a
well, he come on at half-time because I wanted to get more control in the game. You know, I wanted to, and I felt obviously TC does that really well. And you know, Joe White has not done anything wrong. I just felt it was the right move to try and smooth things out a little bit and try and get us more control, which I think worked. I think when Tom come on, I think we did actually play more football, more control, more dominance, possession-based kind of football when he come on. And yeah, he rolled his ankle as he got kicked. So I don't know how bad it is yet. It's probably too early to know, but he had to come off really. He would have probably stayed on, but I think the physios was telling me, look, we need to get him off. So we had to make that change.